Hello internet friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lindsay or LiJo, and today we're going to be talking about how to receive a compliment. Now, are you a horrible compliment receiver? I know that I was for quite a long portion of my life until someone told me that it was actually very rude to not be able to accept a compliment. So we're going to be talking more about this subject. If you'd like to book a video session with me to talk about brain journey things, you can do that below on my link on my platform Snug. So here we go. So yes, I was horrible at receiving compliments, and still to this day, I'm not optimal, okay? And I'm sure some of you watching this video are going to be like, oh, Lindsay, like, yeah, I'm not good with the compliments thing. Some of you, however, you're pretty good with receiving compliments, the IPs. Anyway, and now some of the things that I would say cringe when someone would give me a compliment would be, it was okay. It's literally what I'm being paid to do. Well, it was like a team effort, so, it wasn't just me. Oh, you really thought that was good? Oh gosh. It wasn't actually really hard at all. So, it's whatever. So all these responses, all of which I've used many times in my life, not optimal. However, all that aside, the first step in accepting a compliment is really understanding why you're not accepting them in the first place. So the first reason why you might not be comfortable accepting compliments is the fact that it elevates you over others. Now, if you are someone who is tribe over self, so that is a DE or TE or FE function over TI or FI, when someone is giving you a compliment, they are complimenting your identity. They're complimenting your inner world, who you really are, that TI or FI. Again, if you were an IP, this wouldn't really matter because you're like, oh yes, you're elevating me to the status that I should already be, admired at. But for especially the EJs and the IJs, it can be kind of weird. We want to bring attention to the extroverted thing. We want to bring attention to the like, oh, look how great it's working. Don't bring attention to me and the fact that I did it. We don't have to bring me into the equation. Let's just talk about the thing, all right? We can talk about how the thing is great, but don't talk about I'm great, because that's weird, because it's elevating me over the place of others, and it's uncomfortable. So the second reason why you might not be accepting compliments well is because you are negatively self-talking to the extent that you have really clouded your objectivity. If all you're feeding yourself is I suck at this, nobody's ever gonna like this, I should just quit now. If someone tells you a compliment, oh, actually, I really, that painting was great, are you gonna believe them? If you've already convinced yourself that you are so not good at this thing and that it's so terrible and you suck as a result of it, are you going to actually believe that person? Because what you've been telling yourself, what you've been brainwashing yourself with, is that this doesn't rate in the world. And then the last reason why you may not be accepting a compliment well, and this will actually refer to all of the types, I think even the IPs included, is the person is complimenting you on something that is your savior function, something that you're naturally good at, something that doesn't take you any effort to do, it's just what you do. When they are complimenting that, it's kind of like, obviously I did it. For instance, if someone came up to me and said, oh my gosh, I don't know how you figured out how to do that thing. I don't know, yeah, I just figured it out. It's not really that big of a deal, right? NT figures out, that's just what I do. I'll figure it out, whatever. It's not rocket science, and even if it was. But when you're complimenting my demons, so one day, not today, probably not tomorrow, one day I'm going to be able to do a handstand in the real world, and I'm gonna be able to hold it for 10 seconds, okay? I've been trying to do this for years. I'm not close yet, okay? I'm closer than I was, but it's not great. Okay, but one day I'm committed to getting this freaking handstand and being able to hold it for 10 seconds. And when I do, if someone compliments me on that, I will just soak it right in. I'll be like, finally, a little bit of acknowledgement for what I've been working on for many years, right? Now, if handstand just came naturally to you and you're kind of like, oh yeah, well, I learned it in a few weeks, whatever, which some people do, which, screw them. If it comes naturally to you, it's just gonna be like, oh yeah, whatever. You just kind of learn, you do this, you do that, whatever, then you do a handstand. right? That's complimenting their savior, right? In many cases. If you're complimenting someone's demon functions, then it's going to be a lot easier to receive those compliments because you know you've had to put the work in. But no matter what, if someone is complimenting your savior functions or your demon functions, they're taking time out of their day to bring something positive to you. And time is the most valuable resource. They're literally sacrificing a piece of their life to tell you something nice. Just receive it. So that being said, I have 3 phrases that have worked for me in accepting compliments. And what's great is if you want to double them up, you can. And so you kind of have like 3, you can like mix and match. So my 3 fallback phrases are, you guessed it, number 1, thank you. Number 2, that's so nice of you to say. And number 3, I really appreciate that. So again, you can mix these up. That's so nice of you to say. I really appreciate that. Thank you. That's so nice of you to say. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's so nice of you to say, right? And then that's it, right? Whatever order you want, or just use one. And that way you are receiving what that person is giving to you. And do you know what? You IJs and EJs out there, you may even like it. We already know the IPs like it, but you guys might like it too. Again, it's good to be able to receive a compliment, even if it feels weird. So that's it for this video. I hope it's helped you understand a little bit about your own mind and why you might not be so receptive to these niceties, and also how you can properly respond. So I will see you in my next video. So long, internet friends.